Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano and I'm back with another Star Wars Rogue One a Star Wars story? How do you say it? 3.75, 5 points of articulation action figure by Hasbro. Today we're going to be looking at the Imperial Deathtrooper. Now this is a figure I've actually already taken a look at. In my last video, I did a review on the POW versus Imperial Deathtrooper set, so it was kind of interesting to see that. But we're going to basically be looking at the same figure, I think. We'll see. Okay, so first things first, let's take a look at the box. I love it. The artwork looks good. Notice, so as an artist, I look at this stuff. So notice the side here is white, and it's like kind of cloudy. Yet on the right side, it's more blue. So it's a cool little reflection coming off of him. It looks really good. Imperial Deathtrooper. Ages 4 and up. Disney, Hasbro. Warning, don't eat the pieces. This says it has a grapple action. Is that going to be like the zip line from the Shore Trooper? Because that looks very similar to the zip line from the Shore Trooper. So, is it a grapple? What is it? You tell me. There's a little thing for the Studio Effects app. And there's our Death Trooper. Let's read the blurb on the back. Is it different from the other blurb, I wonder? Encased in specialized Stormtrooper armor, Yes, it is. With a dark, ominous gleam, Death Troopers are the elite soldiers of the Imperial intelligence and serve as bodyguards and enforcers for Director Krennic. There's a little ad for the Studio Effects app, which is amazing. If you don't have it, go get it, because I will give you a code to get some points and a free effect. So let's do it. Let's open this thing up. Alright, guys. Now, this has been hard to find. This is another one of those figures that I didn't get at Walmart or Target. I ended up going to a specialty shop and finding this one, so I paid a little bit extra. I did pay a little bit extra because it's not actually in stores in my area yet. And supposedly in places where it does arrive in stores, they sell out quickly because everybody wants them. So sometimes you do, if you really want it bad enough, you just got to pay that little bit of extra and just bite the bullet and do it. Now, if you are going to do that, just know this is available on Amazon for pretty much the same price I paid for it. I think it goes for between, what, 13 to 15, depending on the day. The prices fluctuate. I paid about 12 for mine, plus tax, so it adds up. But the thing is, you don't have to like go around town. You don't have to hit multiple stores. You just get it on Amazon. Now, if you do any Amazon shopping and you start out using one of my links, anything that you buy goes to support the Dano channel. You don't pay anything extra. It doesn't cost you anything more than normal. But a couple pennies on the dollar go to help the channel so I can buy more stuff. What I like to do is pour in basically all the ad revenue from my channel. Anything that I make off t-shirts or anything that I sell, I pour right back into the channel, which is where all of this stuff comes from. So the more people that use the Amazon links, the more cool stuff we get to make videos on. Now, inside the package, there is this blue little thing for the Studio Effects app. So here is your code. Make sure I don't get a glare on it so you guys can actually use it. There it is. That is the code for the Imperial Deathtrooper. So hopefully it unlocks some cool points and some other goodies. Let me get him out of his box. I'm thinking this is a pretty straightforward figure. Oh, that's familiar. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We're going to get to do a lot of comparing today. A lot of comparing. Okay, so I'm going to get out some other figures so we can give them that old look and really see what the difference is. Okay, so here he is. Notice he's a bit different from the other one. This is the one I unboxed in the previous video. He doesn't have any shoulder pad. What are they called? Pal? Well, you guys told me in my last video what they're called, and I just blanked again. It starts with a P. Leave it down below if you know what it is. It's not a palindrome. That's when the word does weird things. Paddle bag? I don't know what you call it. But this thing, the little shoulder piece, has a name. And you guys let me know in the other video, but I'm a dingus and I completely forgot. So if you know it, remind me. What do we got here? So basically the same sculpt as the other one, but there are some accessories. This one's got like a belt. Look at that, a belt with some grenades. He's got a cool little like knife sheath right there. And his little pal. Oh, that's gonna kill me. What is that called? Whatever, you guys know it. But notice, look at his face. Let's see if we can get it to focus on his face for just a second. Follow the face. There it is. See how focused it is on his face? Okay, notice the color of his little eye booger thingy that sticks out of the side of his head. It is black. This one is silver. I don't get it. I don't get why. Why? So let's compare their guns real quick. The guns are basically the same. This gun is the same gun we see the Deathtroopers use. It's like their own standard issue gun. So, you know, pretty normal. Otherwise the same figure, minus the gear on the front. I mean, the face is a little bit different of a sculpt. It's kind of hard to tell and get in there and see, especially with this lighting. Let's see if we can do it this way. Let's lie them down. So, I mean, there are a couple little differences by the look of it. Maybe it's just the paint job, or maybe it's the fact that he has his little P thing and his belts and his straps that makes him look a little clunkier than the tall and skinny other version. Oh, different color in the guns. This one's a bit lighter. This one's a bit darker. So there's that. But otherwise, practically the same toy. I don't know, you guys feel like that face maybe looks a little different? I'm trying to see him at the exact same angle, and it's just not. I think that the head sculpt is different. It's gotta be. Now guys, this is the last thing I wanted to show you on this figure. Look at this. His what do they call this? They called this a grapple action for the Deathtrooper. They called a zip line for the Shore Trooper. So that's kind of interesting, but because they're literally the same hook. Same hook. One of them's called Grapple. One of them is called Zip Line. But it does the same thing. Oh, his hand came out. Okay, so let's see this in action. This is going to be our Deathtrooper. Here goes. It works. And then same thing with our Shore Trooper. Same length pretty much too. There it goes. So let's see if I can do both. Nope, I cannot. Okay, I think I can do it. Maybe. This is definitely not easy, but here goes. Let's see if I can do a double grapple zip line. Yes! Guys, I'm amazed that worked. So that was it. That's the Deathtrooper. Overall, I think, you know, good figure. Again, I think he's fodder. I think he's one of those ones that's just, he's not necessary. You don't need a ton of them. Like, if you can get a hold of one or two for your army building, that's probably more than enough. He's not an overly spectacular figure. I like that his thing isn't silver. So the other one that came with the POW set, I find inferior to this one. So if you have to pick just one, definitely get the newer one if you can even find it. Now, the one thing I have to say about his accessory, this time of being a grapple accessory, is that it actually brings more play to the AT-ACT because it has those little places to put those hooks. So, to me, that's cool. It's cool to give this thing more playability because of how crazy expensive this is. If it didn't have more playability with the other figures, it'd be kind of a bummer. Luckily, if you watched my other video, you know I didn't pay full price. But still, it's not a cheap toy. So, to be able to have that other kind of playability, really, it's cool. So, as much as I don't think it's necessary to give him a grappling hook, I appreciate it because now I can do things like dual grappling Shore Trooper, Death Trooper combos over here, and that's kind of fun to me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. Do it. I'm using the Force to make you do it. You're gonna subscribe. If you are not new around here, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to watch, comment, share the videos. It gets me right in the heart gut. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, that's it. We're done. Until next time, may the Force have with you, and goodbye forever.